Good morning, friends. Welcome back. It's such a beautiful day today. So I want to get on and I want to show you guys, take you guys around my garden to see what's growing in starting the wonderful month of May. I have done a lot of planting in the last couple of weeks since we have seen each other. So I want to show you how everything is doing, how everyone's doing in the garden beds, in my kitchen garden. Let's take a look. The day is not too windy, and it's just perfect, breezy of the glorious sun. It's 60 degrees. This was in the kitchen garden. It is so full. Look at the poppies and the pollinators on that poppy right there. It's actually so full, it's blocking my walkway with the strawberries, the tams. Let's see, the pollinators will let us video them. What are you doing, little buddy? Is she darling? I might as well walk through. So, yeah, this poppy is ginormous and she's happy. I have to stand her up. I have a little structure that's supporting her. But between her and the yarrows, this yarrow is beautiful. The color, orangey coral. I am gravitating towards coral, orangey coral color this year. So I'm glad because that's who she is. And it's definitely blocking my way. I'm sorry, Buzz Buddy. So it will distract your feast. Oh, yep, stepping on it. Oh. And this yarrow is a pink one. And I have been clipping her to take in the house to make arrangement. And here is my tomato corner. And I have to say, it is filling in rapidly. We have a lot of self-seeded friends who return. So let's check it out. But look at this. My tams are super happy. I kind of dug some of her up and divided her throughout the garden. And my mom is preparing her okras. She's preparing to plant okras along the fence. Let's take a pan around. You have to see my shadow. This is the corner. I love my garden obelisk. Can't ever say it. Obelisk. But that beans right there is self-seeded. These is the regular bush beans. And then the fava beans in this bed, I kind of toss in the seeds. So they're not doing so good. I did plug in some onions here, there, here, and there. These marigolds are self-seeded, of course, and then so I will pluck them up and transplant them around the garden or even give them to neighbors. I have not yet labeled these tomatoes, and I'm forgetting who they are. But let's take a different path around the garden today. Walking Egyptian onion. And look how happy this tomato is. Okay, so I packed a whole bunch of tomatoes. I squeezed in a Cherokee purple right there. So I hope she'd be happy right there in between all these tomato cages. And these are Hanis hyssop, and I've been pulling them and giving them away. They just self-seed like crazy. And my little peppers that is loss of identity because I lost the label. We don't know who they are. But I went ahead and planted him. Planted this little thing. I don't know if he's going to survive. But I'm hoping there'll be serrano peppers because that's my favorite. No matter how hard I try to stay organized and labeled, it's very hard. And this year, my mom helped me a lot to germinate all my seeds. And I think if she doesn't believe in the art of labeling, Asian mamas don't. It got mixed up badly. So actually, from this angle, it's pretty cool. My tomato corner. The reasons why I started gardening is for tomatoes, because my husband loves heirloom tomatoes and he loves homegrown tomatoes. So he asked me, why don't we just start growing our own tomatoes? And he got me some seeds. And a couple years later, a few years later, finally was brave enough to start those seeds on my own. And here I am, addicted. The fava beans. I'm trying to find the starts of the fava beans for you. Can you see that? That right there, my friend, is going to be one of the best beans I will ever taste. Broad beans, fava beans. I've been collecting recipes to enjoy these beans. Last year we planted fava beans and I didn't plant enough of it. I didn't estimate how tall they'd be. So the Oklahoma wind just kind of took them from us. So this year I stacked them close together so they can brave the winds together. I supported them, staked them, put them in the bed to protect them. See, over there we have a bed full of broad beans and fava beans. So I'm so excited. They're very protected this year. So let's go ahead and down this bed a little bit more. Okay, look at this. These are volunteer tomatoes from last year, and I believe they may be cherry tomatoes because this is my cherry tomato bed. That is my pepper. He's long and lanky because I think just trying to fight for the light, sunlight. So he's very leggy. But once the fava bean season's over, everyone will have their fair chance to shine. And I remove the volunteer tomatoes, maybe give them away or just compost them. But yeah, I have another cherry tomatoes volunteer right next to the one I planted. And this one needs to be pinched since the poppy's blocking my way. And oh my gosh, look how beautiful that catmint is. And it's huge. And so this one is taking over my garden. A lot of these garden bullies is taking over my garden and have to do something about it. So I have a lot of tomato volunteers to remove and then onions I planted. So I love my garden because I think it's sustaining. It just comes back. Now beets I planted myself. But the alyssum I just tossed in some seeds and here it is. It's gonna be protecting all the other vegetable. I can't remember if I put in that dill or it came up by itself. I was sad I didn't know if she liked it here or not. But I am going to pinch her. See? That's another reason why I love my nails. Is that I don't need a scissor. Just, oh, maybe I do. Pinch them and make a mess in my garden. Oh, I need to pinch this one too. Because I want her. Oh, maybe this one. Mm. Maybe that sucker right there. You see that? Let's pinch that. I want her to grow up tall and start climbing the arbor like the peas is doing right now. So let's train this pea so that she had better success fighting the Oklahoma wind. Today's not so windy. Oh, this one too. Be gentle. I just tuck them in between. So how are you guys doing? How's your garden doing? How are your peas? Did you plant some peas? Because we planted peas together, didn't we? There you go. And do you like this raw kind of garden walk where I'm doing some of my garden tasks as I walk? I know it could be a little dizzy with all this special angle I'm doing because I'm trying not to fall. But look how beautiful the fava beans flower is. Okay, I can't really see. Do you see aphids? Okay. because it is time for me to blast some aphids if there are aphids. And they love attacking my flowers. Okay, no aphids. But soon we will have fava beans. And I did this. I waited all year for the Lowe's and Home Depot sale to get these bricks for a quarter. My local Lowe's was sold out because someone with a truck full and got all their 25 cents bricks. So I waited for the Home Depot sale and I miscounted and I didn't get enough bricks. They were 33 cents just because I'm so upset at myself. I'm just going to call this project to be continued next year because I don't want to pay 66 cents for bricks because I failed to do the calculation. Math and I are not, math is not my forte. Look at that carrot flower. Is she lovely? I just loved it. I think today we're just going to focus in the kitchen garden. My shadow. So the video won't be too long and you guys won't be too bored. I hope you're enjoying this. If you have any questions about the stuff in my garden, let me know. I do plan to plant my garden bed very intensely. I see a bunch of dirt, empty, negative space available that I can tuck in more plants. So that deal right there is a volunteer just came up from last year. I just, at the end of the season, I let the things go to seed and I just scatter seed everywhere. And it wants to come back, then it's meant to be. If it doesn't, then you know what? I can add on new transplants if I wanted to. And there's always room in the garden bed. So these peppers are doing really good that we planted after tax day. And the kales are happy. Some pets damaged, but that's okay. It happens. We've been eating arugula and dill for the last month plus, so it's so wonderful. And I've transplanted so many marigolds to give away. Looks like I may need to thin out more of the marigolds. And then look, the squash, summer squash. I like to put summer squash in every corner. And you know what? Sometimes it doesn't come up and it doesn't come up. I was thinking of leaving this sunflower here as a structure for my beans, but I'm not sure if it's going to be too overcrowded in this bed. So I'm still deciding whether I'm going to keep her or plug her. Oh, I skipped a fun bed. Oh, these strawberries. I really don't know what to do with it. It blocked the walkway. So I don't really see. I think it's a safety concern at this point, especially for my mom if she's planning to play along the fence. I want to create a clear path for her to get to the fence that is safe. So it's kind of slippery when you walk on leaves and you can't see the pathway. So we gotta fix that very soon. Maybe we need to fix that first, then set up drip irrigation. But here, let's take a look inside this bed, nasturtium. And we have a tiny squash. I think this tiny squash is being punked on right now by the nasturtium. It's reaching for light. And the fava beans is just overwhelming everyone in here, I think. Yeah, that is the yo choy that I forgot to harvest. I'm going to let her go to seed. And what I do is at the end, when she's bolted and seeded, I just take the seeds and just scatter them around. And then in the fall, I have another batch of yo choy. I have a dill in my here, and I have onions and leeks here too, but I don't see it. We have another squash, so yay! Squash or zucchinis, I can't remember. Fava beans and some poppies in there that I did not want. A basil. There are more companion plants in there. Just can't see. Do you guys see it? Oh, so the peas are super skinny because the fava beans just kind of took all the sunshine and water it perhaps. And maybe it's a mistake for me to leave this sunflower inside in the middle of the bed. But my theory is I'm going to use this sunflower just as a vertical structure for this bed for my beans to climb I think it's just gonna be a good accent. I'm not sure. Or maybe support a shade for my other vegetables. Can't decide what I'm going to do in this bed. Oh yeah, cucumbers. This is my cucumber bed. I need my coffee. Where's my coffee? So after the broad beans is done spent and have surfaced, we are going to put cucumbers in there. I have cucumbers germinating somewhere. And I want to show you guys the ladybugs. So there will be aphids here somewhere. Oh, I see it. I see it. Do you see it? The aphids is attacking my broad beans. Oh my goodness. Oh, we are going to have to mix some solution and address this ASAP. The rest of the fava beans, I kind of blasted a couple days ago when I watered it, but I couldn't reach this one particular corner. So I shall be back to handle you. But thank you, ladybugs, for eating all those aphids. Okay. Let's go around without stepping on strawberries. I have yet to sow my beans, so now is the perfect time to start sowing your beans, pole beans, bush beans, if you have not had a chance to. So this is my bush beans. I thought I had two, but just one, and we are having beans. I need to harvest some of the beans. And the borage, I don't know if I'm going to leave it here. I think I'll leave this borage here the way it is because I want to be victorious this year in Oklahoma against the squash vine borders. So we're seeing is that borage will help a lot, along with nasturtium and all the other herbs, companion planting. We shall see. Now, I don't know if what kind of squash this is, and I don't know why we have so many in this one area. I just remember putting one in each corner of the bed and one in the middle. But now we have a whole bunch here in one corner, and I think I'm just going to leave them alone. Or should I transplant them? I need to transplant that guy. I guess we are doing a think and talk and plan along with me. So I've been pruning these tomatoes. This is the hillbilly. Oh, let me see if my fingers are strong enough. Oh, to pinch off. Oh, it's strong enough. And then the borage. I put that borage there because it could be the protector of the cucumber right there. The tomatoes, the Italian squash is right there. And the beans to see if it's effective protecting the garden this year. It's recommended not to put borage inside the bed, so I'm taking gardening risk this year by putting borage inside the bed. We shall see. But look at this. My first shishito peppers of the season. They are delicious. The one thing about shishito peppers is they look like old man peppers at a young age. So I really don't know when to best harvest them. I guess just whenever I need them to cook with them. So even though this bed is so densely planted, I see more rooms. I see opportunities and space to tuck in more plants. I have more kale to add to this bed. Well, which will be perfect because this is the kale bed, huh? I think my mom have some extra premier kale that was put in and some blue curly kale that would be beautiful to go with that bluish kale, that blue dazzle kale. Oh, hubby's back with mimosa chilling. Okay, we may need to wrap up this gardening tour some. Do you see the peas? We have peas in there. Let's go in this bed. I am not sure why this bed, the peas in this bed are so much happier than the other. The peas on this side is very productive, tall, productive. Let's check out this bed. I don't think I've shown you guys this bed yet, but from this perspective, isn't she beautiful? So this
Shasta daisy. This is its permanent home. We have them show up in the corners of this bed every year. And I divided her to transplant her in other beds as well. And she's just happy. We need to cut our daisies today to make arrangements. So this is also my kale bed. It's a nice salad bed. We've enjoyed this many meals. And my kale's doing really well in this bed. Look, that is the dinosaur kale. Because it's some shading from the cypress and some shading from the trellis too. So it's kind of perfect for your cool weather seasons that I want to extend my cool weather seasons to. So maybe I will add more peppers to the other bed and more kale to this bed. I think that's a thought. See, I've been pruning my tomatoes, and this is the Black Beauty tomato, and she is doing fantastic. I'm not sure why her leaves are like this though. And once again, we have squash just the way I like it. One in the corner, baby in the corner. Maybe it's just being blocked, that's why it's so little. With all the sun from the daisy and this kale, it's not getting enough sun to be big. And then the nasturtium right next to it, just the way I want it. And that board should be right here. Boo boo. And I should have planted some garlic or chives or onions around here too, just for extra protection. But I don't have those anymore. Maybe I transplant them. And this is a sage. I'm trying sage. I don't know why sage and we do not get along. Most people said that sage return perennials that come back to the garden every year. Mine just die. So I will try it again. I try to plant different areas of the garden to get success out of it, but nope. They just commit suicide at the end of the season for no reason. Oh, I see flowers I need to pinch. This is a cucumber. This is an early fruiting cucumber. I forgot her name. But let's go ahead and pinch her. See that? I just nip it off. I just want her to be one stem and focus all her energy into growing instead of fruiting. So I want her to be tall enough to where I will tie her to the trellis for support. And then this is dragon beans, one of my favorite beans. I sowed these and then I transplanted that because I couldn't find this guy. So now we just have two dragon beans right next to each other. Alyssums are everywhere because I just sprinkled the seeds in January, and most of the seeds along with the poppies, that's why the poppies are in here. It's my fault. I sprinkled some seeds here just to test it out, and it's not a good idea to put poppies in the bed because it's precious real estate. I want things that I can eat or is helping protecting my food in my bed. The pretty things could be around my bed. I am ashamed to admit that I have not planted all my winter sowing plants. So those are probably bad. So here is a look at both the tomato arbor, looking good. And the cattle pen trellis, looking great. The most aggressive growth had the oregano. These are Italian oregano, and I have the Greek oregano in the front bed. Italian oregano is prettier, so I use it as a ground cover, but I didn't realize it's gonna be so big because she's gonna only get bigger. But it's not as flavorful, as tasty as the Greek oregano. But my kids don't like heavy oregano flavor, so I'll use both for cooking just whenever it's convenient. When I make my spaghetti sauce, I definitely like to use the Greek oregano up front. Just I love that strong oregano scent, fragrance, and flavor in my pasta. This is the bolted bok choy bed, and my mom wants to pull out all the bok choy but she hasn't done it yet because she can't decide what she wants to put in this bed. I think this is an ideal bed as well. You have full sun, you have lots of shades from the evergreens on both sides. So whatever she decides to put in here will be super successful. But if she doesn't decide to put anything in there, I think I may put some kale and peppers there, because we do have some extra kale and peppers and basil, because I'm trying 10 different types of basil this year. But let's pan back. If you see my shadow, I apologize. My fig, my Chicago Hardy fig. Let's compare. This is full sun. She's getting the glorious sunshine and energy. Perfect. And she is doing a little sad. I think she's just needed some sunny side love. She's not getting enough sun here because she's covered by the phlox and the poppies and this gorgeous evergreens. My peppers is doing well. I scattered borage seeds everywhere, and that's a borage which needs to be relocated because I don't think I want that borage there. That borage will get huge and it will punk on everything. So I gotta remove that. And soon, I gotta do that soon because borage root, it has a tap root. It is very sensitive to transplanting. So I gotta do that very soon. How beautiful this daisy looks. Isn't that cool? She likes it here. She comes back every year. Look how big this tomato is. Oh, that bee is busy. So I think she is an early girl. I'm pretty sure she is. I still have not labeled yet. And I think that's a San Lorenzo. And that's another early girl, but you can see both of them are two different sizes. This one was planted first, so maybe the cold kind of stunned her a little bit. And this one was planted a week later. These two together, I decided to be aggressive and just kind of take advantage of the structure and squeeze in an extra tomatoes here. And the rest of the tomato beds are, I think everyone's doing well. The time needs to go ahead and fill in to cover the dirt for me. I may just need to transplant more time on here so that it'll fill in the rocks and the walkway. Let's go inside. Tomatoes in each side. This tomato's looking really good. Am I doing a good job with the tour, guys? Are you guys enjoying this? If you are, please subscribe and come back and visit me in the garden. It changes every week and it changes daily. My husband and I would come out and look at the flowers in the garden. And my peppers, they are less yellow, which is a good sign. They're happy. Happy. And dinosaur kale. I can't wait to see how big this guy will get. I love dinosaur kale for the structure of it. I planted her there just to add structure to the garden. There are two different types of variety. I think that's the Great German, which is known to be a slow grower anyways. This one here, I can't remember her name. Okay, so this is fun right here. This is an elderberry. I've been wanting an elderberry for a long time, and I just couldn't figure out where to put her. So I don't know if this is a best place. I just planted her last night. I think this is a good place in my garden. I don't have a lot of room for a permanent plant, perennial, that is like tree-like. So hopefully she'll give a lot more shades to this corner of the bed. And then I have elderberries to enjoy. Look at the asparagus. Someone's happy. And my asparagus is happy. I can't wait to eat you. This bed kind of shifts and changes every year, but this year I want to keep it consistent because I really enjoy how it was last year. Not so overgrown, so I've been pulling uninvited friends here and just kind of keep it as minimal as I can. I know it's hard because I'm a maximalist. Okay, I gotta pull this guy. Ugh, it's blocking my peppers. But I want it to be like the peppers to be the star. So this pepper's doing really well. That's the little one's just planted. Okay, let's take a walk through the pepper bed. I need to put marigolds in as the border. But look how beautiful this time is performing as the border control. I may just pluck her up and divide her. She's looking great in this corner. I think everyone's behaving, doing what they're supposed to do. It's the ideal sun position because it has the morning east sun. And my peppers are happy here. I added some onions a couple days ago. Some volunteer garlic. Oh, my mom planted those garlics, but volunteer leeks here too. She's gonna be beautiful when she starts to flower. Just give a lot of structure to this corner as well as the onions. And the onions is looking beautiful already. I spotted an unwanted sunflower. We need to pull her ASAP. Oh, 2 sunflowers. I did not see that. I need to pull both of them. They do not belong. But can you imagine when it's lined with marigolds blooming on the edge of this bed? It's gonna be gorgeous. And the tall obelisk structure, I love it. So that's my south vegetable garden tour. We went in each bed and see who's here, who's all growing and how they're doing at this stage, the beginning of May. I hope you enjoy this tour. If there's anything you'd like to see or any feedback, please share with me. I welcome it. I want to be good at this. And I want to hear from you. You can help me get better. I would love to hear and consider your recommendation. Thank you for spending your morning with me in my garden. If you like this video, please subscribe and follow for more gardening growth. Remember, every day is a new day, another chance, another opportunity to cultivate your life. Have a great day, everyone.